This transmission is strictly forbidden. If you're seeing this, the treaty has already been broken." The words echoed through the void of the old Terran relay, flickering to life for the first time in 70 years. Dust floated in microgravity as the ghost of Earth's past hissed through static, raw, unsanctioned, and human. Admiral Kethvok of the Jalathi Empire snarled as the message replayed on loop. "Shut it off," he barked. But the relay wouldn't die. Far below the Admiral's orbiting dreadnought, on a fractured asteroid mining colony near the Eridan Rift, 4 figures moved in silence through the chaos. "Clear?" Lieutenant Ava Sorrell whispered, her eyes scanning the shattered corridor. "Clearish," muttered Beck, the wild card, wiping blood from a serrated wrench. "One of those crab bots took a swipe at me. Not my best date." "Try not to flirt with death today," replied Kaido, the dreamer, a soft-spoken astrophysicist turned codebreaker with a permanent coffee stain on his collar. He was already hacking a fused bulkhead with fingers that trembled from too little sleep and too much adrenaline. "Status?" Ava asked over comms. "Systems are fried, but give me 60 seconds and a miracle," Kaido said. "Make it 30. The Jalathi will be swarming this place." Their mission was simple. On paper. Infiltrate the dead relay. Extract proof the Jalathi had broken the Treaty of Eldari. Get out before the galaxy noticed. But the moment the relay had lit up with human code, coded warnings, layered in raw emotion and something ancient and angry, they knew it was already too late. The treaty, signed after the Battle of Sol, forbade human involvement in any galactic warfare. The terms had been clear: exile, observation, and disarmament. Humanity was too dangerous, too unpredictable. But sometimes, the galaxy forgets why it wrote the rules in the first place, and tonight, the universe remembered. Beck hummed as he welded shut a breached airlock. "You ever think maybe we're the bad guys? We're not," Ava said flatly. Her voice was low, calm, the way a storm settles before it breaks. "But they want us to be." "How poetic," muttered Tez, the team's problem solver, stocky, scarred, and never far from her toolkit or her sarcasm. "Try opening this conduit with your feelings, Lieutenant. It's fused solid." Ava leaned against the wall, rifle slung low. She didn't bark orders, never had. She led by walking through the fire first. "Tez, Beck, we need access to the relay's primary node. Kaido, prep the data transfer. I want redundancy. No glitches, no traces." "Copy that," Tez replied, dropping to one knee and burning through the lock with a plasma torch. For a moment, all Ava could hear was the hiss of gas and her own heartbeat. Distant tremors shook the floor, too regular to be random. Jalathi patrols. "They're coming." She closed her eyes. Memories surged, scorched skies, the sound of orbital fire, the way her little brother had clung to her leg the night Earth was decommissioned. All that promise, all that rage, suppressed, contained. Until now. 10 minutes later, they stood in the relay's core. 1,000 years of human ingenuity pulsed beneath the glass, wrapped in code the galaxy never understood, chaotic, poetic, and alive. Kaido whispered, "It's not just a warning. It's a kill switch. These files, they weren't just left behind." "Booby-trapped?" Tez asked. "Number worse, human. This system doesn't just resist interference. It adapts, evolves. It's waiting for a choice." "Then let's make it," Ava said. The screen blinked. One word. She hesitated. Then the ceiling exploded. Jalathi troopers descended like obsidian wasps, energy rifles cutting arcs of blue light. Beck dove across the room, pulling Tez out of the line of fire. "Guess they got the invitation." Kaido slammed the terminal shut, shielding the uplink with his body. "Give me 10 more seconds." Ava returned fire with brutal efficiency. She moved like someone who had nothing left to lose and everything to protect. Tez hurled a shock mine into the breach. "Heads down." A concussive blast rippled through the chamber. For a second, everything stopped. Kaido's voice cut through. "Download complete!" Ava grabbed the core drive and slotted it into her armor. "Fall back! We've got what we came for!" They bolted down the corridor as flames and twisted metal rained behind them. Beck grinned mid-sprint. "Hey, remember when this was going to be quiet?" "Shut up and run," Tez growled. They barely made it to the extraction point. An old smuggler's ship rigged for silent jumps. As the bay doors closed, Kaido collapsed against the wall, breathing hard. The data, it's not just evidence. It's a message. From the last war. From the last human general. Ava held the drive like it weighed 1,000 lives. He warned them. Told them if they ever broke the treaty, we'd come back. Not with fleets. Not with armies. She looked up. But with 4. It was never about numbers. Not with them. Not strategy. Not strength. It was what they became when you gave them a reason. Excerpt, Jalathi War Tribunal Archives. The Ghost Current, an old Terran stealth frigate long stripped from galactic registries, drifted silent as a shadow past the Eridan Rift. No transponder, no allies. Just 4 humans and a truth that could collapse a 1,000-year peace. Kaido stared at the decrypted file pulsing in the holotank. Lines of Terran code unfolded like poetry. Erratic, emotional, beautiful. A war log. A final will. General Marcus Dane, commander of the Sol Uprising. "I thought he died in the siege of Europa," Tez muttered. "He did," Kaido said. "But not before recording this." They all listened. "To whoever finds this, they'll tell you we were monsters, that we burned too bright. But the truth, we were just scared, outnumbered, outgunned, outlawed, and we still made the galaxy bleed to remember our name." Beck whistled. Guy had a flair for the dramatic. Ava didn't smile. "This changes everything," she said. "If the Jalathi broke the treaty, and we respond with this, humanity goes from exile to execution." Kaido looked at her. "Then what do we do?" A pause. "Whatever it takes," she said. They couldn't go to the council. The Eldari would bury it. The Zarn would monetize it. The Jalathi would burn worlds to keep it silent. They needed a beacon. Somewhere unfiltered, uncontrolled. A neutral stronghold of galactic memory. Kaido tapped coordinates into the nav core. Relay point Vega 1. Old Republic transmitter. Still public access, still off-grid. Beck raised a brow. "The one surrounded by a black hole cluster and owned by smugglers?" "Yep." "Perfect," Tez deadpanned. The jump tore reality in half. Outside, the cosmos bled blue and white. Inside, the humans prepped for a war not of their choosing. Beck polished a makeshift railgun. "You ever wonder why they fear us so much?" "Because they don't understand us," Ava said, her voice a quiet knife. "And what they don't understand, they try to bury." Tez nodded, holding up a small charred ship. "I've got 6 triggers rigged through the core. Any attempt to intercept, and the truth goes viral." Kaido looked uneasy. "We're risking a galactic uprising. Billions could die." Ava met his gaze. "Or they remember why peace mattered in the first place." He didn't respond. He didn't need to. As they neared Vega 1, trouble found them. A Jalathi warship, cloaked and silent, dropped in their path. Ava growled, "How did they track us?" "Probably Beck," Tez muttered. "What?" He grinned. "I posted a farewell message on the darknet. Poetic, rhymed." Ava blinked. "You're joking." "Mostly." The enemy vessel opened fire. The ghost current shook violently, alarms screaming. Shields buckled under particle blasts. "We can't outrun them," Kaido shouted. "Then we outthink them," Ava snapped. "Tez, manual override on the gravity shell. Kaido, scramble their targeting. Beck, do something crazy." Beck cracked his knuckles. "You'll need to be more specific." They turned toward the black hole cluster. "No sane pilot goes near that," Kaido shouted. "Good," Ava said. "We're not sane." As the ghost current dove into the gravitational well, space bent, twisted, and screamed. The Jalathi pursued. Predictably. Kaito whispered a code string. The ship flickered. Half visible, half gone. Beck rerouted power to fake an engine failure, luring the enemy closer. "Tez!" Ava barked. "Now!" she yelled. The rear hull split open. A minefield of EMP spikes and reflective decoys launched into the Singularity's mouth. The Jalathi vessel followed, then screamed sideways into the abyss, pulled off course by its own arrogance. Gone. Silence returned. Beck leaned back, breathless. "Want to put that on my resume?" Ava turned to the others. "Now we run fast, and we burn loud." They reached Vega 1, a husk of a station, floating in defiance of time. "Still functional," Kaito confirmed. They uploaded the message. General Dane's words. Raw footage of Jalathi war crimes, data confirming the treaty breach. Everything. Broadcast time, 27 seconds. Enough. Back aboard the Ghost Current, Ava sat in silence, watching the ripple spread. In 20 minutes, every race in the galaxy would know. Every soldier, every diplomat. The illusion was shattered. "Think they'll come for us?" Beck asked. "Definitely," Tez said. "They won't know how." Kaito added softly, "We don't fight like they do." "No," Ava said. "We fight like humans." In the coming days, council worlds erupted in debate. Treaties torn, alliances fractured. But one message echoed louder than them all. The humans didn't start the war, but they sure as hell remembered how to end one.